Bruno Fernandes has to be one of the most underrated players of the past decade. Ever since he joined Manchester United, he's basically dragged them to every single achievement they've had. And honestly, he's probably the only reason they haven't been relegated. Well, in my opinion, Bruno deserves way better. So today, I'm taking over the rest of his career with one goal in mind: to win the Ballon d'Or and make him the world's best player. And here we do have Bruno Fernandes at an 86 overall, 30 years old, and the captain of Man United. And of course, as per usual, he's been Man United's best player this season with 19 goals and 17 assists and 54 appearances. And we know exactly how bad United have been this season, as with 2 games left, they're sitting in 16th place. However, they are in the Europa League final, which Bruno can win. Of course, he's not winning the Ballon d'Or this season, but winning this is very important. And that is because the goal for this season is to win the Europa League, and every time he fails a goal, we have to transfer list Bruno Fernandes, and that could be good because Real Madrid could come calling, or somebody like Everton will end up buying us, as we have to accept the very first offer. But let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into this Europa League final. But to be honest though, I think regardless, I'm leaving Man United. Even if we win this game, we'll have Champions League football. But do we really want to play with the likes of Onana, Højlund, and a horrible form Garnacho? However, I still want to win this game because if we do, we get to choose where we go rather than taking the first offer. And now it's Amad Diallo on the ball, gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Already, couple minutes in the game. We cannot let Spurs win their first trophy on Bruno's head. It's a cross in. It's a Patrick Dorgu with the header, and it's offside, but it goes wide. Already a great opportunity set up by Bruno. But here come Tottenham Hotspur already on the attack. We cannot let them win our first trophy. Maguire with a brilliant tackle, who's been amazing as late. And now it's Garnacho gives it into Rasmus Højlund, who we know misses tons of chances. Gives it to Bruno, who gives it all the way into Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo with a shot from outside the box. We had to take that opportunity. They were closing us down. And here come Tottenham Hotspur once again. It's Dejan Kulusevski on the run. Versus, no, it's actually James Maddison with it into Solanke, and it goes in. Tottenham Hotspur take the lead in the Europa League final in the 16th minute. Bruno cannot be the victim of Spurs' first trophy. And it's Amad Diallo on the ball, gives it to Bruno Fernandes, who's created the only 2 opportunities for Man United in this game. It's still Bruno Fernandes looking for a run from somebody, and nobody runs. Bruno gets it back, and now it's Højlund, gives it into Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo lays it back, gives it to Bruno Fernandes, looking to go on his own. It's Bruno Fernandes with a shot, and it's a brilliant save from Vicario again. But now it's Pedro Porro, gives it into Bissouma. We're getting dominated by Tottenham here. We cannot do anything. It's Sar, gives it into Heung-min Son. 2-0 in 28 minutes. We're getting destroyed by the trophyless bastards. Bruno cannot do everything. The rest of the team needs to lock in. But now it's Amad Diallo on the ball, looking to inspire a comeback. It's a through ball into Bruno Fernandes. He has to carry them to another victory, as he usually does. It's Bruno Fernandes gets rid of one. It's still Bruno. Bruno gets fouled. They had to take him down. And now it's Bruno Fernandes to take this free kick. Can he put this away to inspire the comeback? 4.5 bars of power. Goes, no, it's blocked by the wall, but now it's Dorgu. Gives it back into Bruno. Bruno is 1v1 against Vicario again with a shot, and it goes in this time. It's 2-1 Bruno, of course. Who else was going to score the goal? There's still time to come back. And now it's Amad Diallo on the ball once again. The only other good player in this team gives it to Bruno Fernandes. And now it's Bruno looking for a cross in here. Can he find somebody? He does find Alejandro Garnacho. Takes a touch. That's a shot, and Garnacho puts it in. In 5 minutes, United have equalized. Bruno Fernandes is the main reason. A goal and assist so far. Are Tottenham gonna bottle another final? And it's Bruno Fernandes running down that wing, looking to create another opportunity to take the lead for the first time in this game. Hands it off into Garnacho, who gives it into Amad Diallo. Diallo with the big shot. Diallo for post, and Amad Diallo turns up as well. It's 3-2. United have done a full comeback. There's still a lot of time left to go. We know that things can change easily in the Europa League. And now it's Dominic Solanke, gives the through ball into Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son, please do not score a second delete with a tackle. Man, what is going on in this Europa League final? Goal after goal after goal. It's 3-3 now. But now it's Heung-min Son on the run. Can Ugarte, who's playing center back, catch up? And now it's Dominic Solanke. Euro makes an early tackle, and it's going to be a foul. Do not be a red. And he is sent off. That was a clean tackle, man. Tottenham now have a free kick, the chance to win this game. It's a cross in, and it falls into Solanke, but Casemiro picks up the ball. How is that a penalty? The leg doesn't even lay an arm on him. Tottenham have a penalty to win this game. Now it's Heung-min Son to take the penalty. He goes to the right-hand side, and it goes in. 4-3. Tottenham are winning the Europa League final as it stands. United have 10 men. Bruno Fernandes is now ready to give up, looking to inspire the equalizer once again. Bruno gets rid of one. It's still Bruno Fernandes looking for a solo goal, I guess. Bruno Fernandes through ball into Alejandro Garnacho with the finesse, and it goes in the 81st minute. This United side does not give up. It's 4-4. Who's gonna win the Europa League? And here comes Tottenham Hotspur in that 90th minute of the game. What is wrong with the timer? It says 60 minutes. Kulusevski with the header. And in the last minute of the game, with the timer being glitched out, 5-4 to Tottenham. You cannot write this. Tottenham are going to win the first trophy at the expense of Man United. Man United really lost the El Clasico today. It just had to be United to give Tottenham the first trophy. And Tottenham lift their first trophy in decades. And this is Heung-min Son's first ever trophy as well. Now we're going to have to leave to whatever offer comes first next season. And that does not help his Ballon d'Or dreams. And this is how Bruno ended up this season. 20 goals and 19 assists, even though he is part of the worst United team in history. Surely a huge NUCL team have to come in from. I do not want to be going to like team in the conference, even worse. And of course, after losing the Europa League final, there's no chance Bruno wins the Ballon d'Or as Vinny wins it. Who knows, maybe we get lucky and we get a bigger club than United and Bruno can win it in his second season. And we are now in the brand new season. It's time to transfer list Bruno Fernandes, and he failed his goal, so whatever club comes in first is where he will be going. At 30 years old, if he goes to a trash club, his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or just lowers drastically. And the club we are going to is Arsenal. You know what? That is a huge step up. However, Arsenal have a history of not winning trophies, so this may not be the best move for him, but we're gonna have to accept it anyways. And Bruno Fernandes is joining the Gunners. What a weird move. He's definitely gonna be considered a traitor at United, but you know what? He carried United for years and they never helped him, so now he'll be playing for the best London team in the world right now. However, I have an interesting idea for Bruno Fernandes here at Arsenal. So this is what the Arsenal side is looking like. They still don't have a striker, so I'm very tempted, and I mean very tempted to make Bruno Fernandes into a striker. Yes, I know he's an attacking mid, but he has scored so many goals for Man United. And not only that, we could also use him as a false nine, so we can go ahead and set up for Saka and Martinelli. And to be honest, already at 30 years old, he will slow down quickly, so I'd rather have him at the very front, pulling the strings and maybe scoring lots of goals. And being a striker would definitely help him win the Ballon d'Or as well. So you know what? I'm gonna do it. As the goal for the season for Bruno Fernandes is actually to win the Premier League. Arsenal haven't won one since 2002. And I want to make sure that's the first thing he does here at the Emirates. And now that Bruno Fernandes is a striker, his overall actually stayed the same. Let's go ahead and give him false nine so he can grow in those attributes. But it's time for the first game of the season, and he is playing against his old teammates in Man United. Let's see if he can have a great debut. And now it's Man United on the first attack of the game. It'd be crazy if we lost on Bruno's return, but Bruno picks up the ball. First game as a striker. Can he go ahead and dominate? Saka loses the ball, but now it's Miguel Merino. Gives it to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka cuts inside, gives a through ball into Bruno, and here comes Bruno. Like I said, first game playing up top. Can he go ahead and deliver? It's still Bruno Fernandes. Is anybody going to help him? It's still Bruno Fernandes. Bruno gets rid of a defender. He gets rid of a second. It's Bruno. Gives it to Odegaard with a shot. It's beautiful playmaking for Bruno Fernandes. And Odegaard gets the first goal of the season. I know it's early on, but if you could create like that all season, Arsenal are winning the Premier League. And now it's Alejandro Garnacho on the attack. It's still Garnacho. Garnacho gives it into Anthony. Anthony through ball into Amad Diallo. Great block from Kiwior. Let's go on this counter attack. Odegaard gives it all the way into Miguel Merino, who holds it off, gives it to Bruno Fernandes. And now it's Bruno Fernandes looking to kickstart another attack. Is anybody going to run? It's a through ball into Gabriel Martinelli. And here comes Martinelli. Cuts inside. It's still Gabriel Martinelli. 1v1 against Onana. 2-0. A second assist for Bruno Fernandes as a false nine. He is cooking, at least against Man United. 2-0 up, baby. Now it's Alejandro Garnacho, gives it into Joshua Zirkzee. Great tackle from Kiwior. And now it's Odegaard on the ball, through ball, all the way to Bruno. Bruno gives it to Martinelli. Martinelli back into Bruno Fernandes. Still looking for his first goal as a gunner. Bruno Fernandes through ball, gives it to Martinelli, who's looking for a second. Martinelli comes back, gives it into Bruno with the finesse, and it goes in. I'm not sure if that's going down as an own goal, but Bruno gets his first goal as an Arsenal player. And the goal was given to Bruno Fernandes. He is going to take that. Now here comes Bruno Fernandes in the second half, looking for another attack. This game is already over, but it's a brilliant through ball into Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli on his left foot. Oh my days. Bruno is so good as false nine that he has Martinelli scoring more than one goal in a game. He never does that. 4-0 to United. And here come Arsenal on the counter. It's Jurriën Timber, gives it to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is on the ball now. He's looking for a run for Bruno Fernandes, who's already on a hat-trick of assists. Can he get a brace? Bruno with his left foot. Oh my days. It's too easy. United did not show up to play today. 5-0 on the opening day of the season. Has to be one of the most embarrassing results for United. And Joshua Zirkzee has scored a goal. I was not commentating. I did not expect him to score, but they get one back. I think this game is over though. And the referee blows the whistle. 2 goals and a hat-trick of assists for Bruno. If Arsenal weren't already the favorites for the Premier League, now with Bruno Fernandes, they surely are. And we are now at the end of the season, and somehow Arsenal are in the Europa League rather than the Champions League. I'm not sure what happened last season, but Bruno has a chance to redeem himself. And in terms of the Premier League, I'll show you after this game because I really want Bruno to redeem himself and win Arsenal their first European trophy. And now it's Martin Odegaard on ball, gives it to Bruno Fernandes as Bruno Fernandes gives it into Mikel Merino. And now it's Mikel Merino on the ball, driving it, gives it to Bruno, looking to make it 1-0. It's a brilliant finish. Clinical is the best way to describe Bruno. Scores plenty of goals, and now it takes the lead for Arsenal in the final. Atalanta have a free kick. It's a cross in. It falls into Lookman. It's a shot from the Atalanta. Okay, we dodged a bullet there. I thought it was going to be a handball. No, it's Man City. Great save from Raya, though. And now it's Mikel Merino, gives it into Bruno Fernandes. And here he comes on the run. Cuts back. He's looking for Bukayo Saka, and he does find him. And now it's Bukayo. King Bukayo Saka looking to make it 2-0 with a shot. I should have passed the Odegaard. Puts it away, though. Another chance created by Bruno leads to another goal. Arsenal are destroying Atalanta as of right now. But now it's Ademola Lookman for Atalanta with a shot. Raya makes another brilliant save. And now Bruno Fernandes picks up the ball in the midfield, cuts inside, sends it through ball into Declan Rice. A chance to end the game in the first half to make it 3-0. Declan Rice, and it goes in. Bruno with the assist. This game is over. Arsenal are just way too good for this competition. How did they even end up here, man? And Odegaard lives Arsenal first ever European trophy, and Bruno Fernandes has to be a huge reason. An amazing performance in the first half. Atalanta did not stand a chance. But the question is how is Arsenal doing in the Premier League? And in terms of the Premier League, in the final day of the season, Arsenal is sitting at second, only behind an undefeated Tottenham Hotspur, as Arsenal only lost 1 game. The rest of the clubs in the Premier League have all finished, but because of the Europa League final, it's rescheduled to be the last game of the season. And Bruno has been by far the best player in the Premier League. 29 goals in 28 appearances is actually ridiculous. Why didn't he play another 10? Probably an injury. But it's time to find out if Bruno can win the Premier League for the first time in his career. Tottenham already beat Arsenal to a European trophy. Will Tottenham go ahead and beat them to the Premier League? And here come Tottenham Hotspur. They did beat Bruno Fernandes last season in the Europa League final. It's Destiny Udogie on the ball with the cross in into Kulusevski. And already 4 or 5 minutes in, Tottenham take the lead. All of a sudden, Spurs went from 17th to the best team in the Prem right now. This is not good. And now it's Bruno Fernandes on the ball looking for an opportunity. Nobody's opening it up. So why somebody make a run? Bruno threw the ball into Martin Odegaard. 1v1 against Vicario with a shot, and it goes in. Bruno with another assist when it matters. It's 1-1 in just 10 minutes. It's going to be a long game today. But now it's a free kick. Bruno Fernandes to take it. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it. He could score a banging free kick. We've seen him do it before. Bruno shoots the ball. It hits the wall. Come on, Bruno. A little bit more power, man. But it's Bruno now to take the corner. Crosses it in. Can he find somebody? Saliba with the bicycle kick. And it goes in. Vicario cannot stop that. Bruno with another assist. 2-1 in the 21st minute. If the score stays the same, Bruno will be a Premier League champion. And so will Arsenal. But here come Tottenham Hotspur. Rodrigo Bentancur gives it to Kulusevski with a shot from outside the box. David Raya makes a great save. But now it's Dominic Solanke through ball to Heung-min Son. 1v1 against Raya. 2-2 right before halftime. It's the battle of the bottle jumps. Both teams are just bottling every single minute. We need to come out on top, though. But it's Tottenham Hotspur on the ball. Kulusevski into Solanke. David Raya makes another great save. We're getting dominated right now. Bruno Fernandes through ball into Martinelli. Please do not be offside. Takes a touch. 1v1. He was definitely scoring that, but he was offside. Lewis Kelly gives it into Martin Odegaard, and here comes Martin Odegaard on the ball. Martin Odegaard through ball into Bruno Fernandes, and here comes Bruno. 1v1 against the Tottenham defense. It's still Bruno. And got up Bruno. Somebody help. Bruno lays it up into Mikel Merino with a shot, and it's blocked. Oh my days, we could have won it there. But here come Tottenham Hotspur. We need to win this game in order to win the Premier League. But here they're looking to take the lead. It's Porro into Kulusevski. Kulusevski's looking for a through ball, has a shot, and it goes wide. Oh my days, Tottenham could have won it there. And now it's Bruno Fernandes on the run. 84 minutes in. We need a goal. We need it now. He cuts inside. It's a through ball into the North London boy in Bukayo Saka. 1v1 to win the Premier League title. And yes, he has done it. The man from Arsenal, the man from the Emirates Stadium, has won the Premier League title against his biggest rivals on the final day of the season. For Arsenal, Bruno Fernandes with the assist. The referee blows the whistle. You only see this type of things in movies. Arsenal are Premier League champions for the first time since 2002. And Martin Odegaard lifts Arsenal's first Premier League title in over 2 decades. You know what? They may have not been in the Champions League, but Bruno Fernandes could win the Ballon d'Or with this season he's had. And Bruno Fernandes also picks up the player of the season, but is somehow left off the team of the season. What is wrong with this game? This might be Bruno's best ever season of his career. 48 goals, 24 assists, and 46 appearances. He did have an injury at one point because he would have had way more games. And in his first season as a striker, can he actually win the Ballon d'Or? He has to be a favorite. And Bruno Fernandes was nominated alongside Mbappe, Rodrigo, and Vinny, but the question is, did he beat them out? And no, Vinicius Jr. wins his second Ballon d'Or in a row. Bruno Fernandes low-key got robbed, but you know what? Maybe that means next season he has to aim for the Champions League. And if you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe. Our goal is to get to 300k subscribers as soon as possible. And we are now in season number 3, and Bruno Fernandes is still at an 89. And this is what the squad is looking like around Bruno. I think it's very simple. The goal is to win the Champions League. And we went ahead and simulated the group stages because nobody cares. And Arsenal actually finished in 3rd place, meaning there's only 2 teams better than Arsenal in the Champions League so far. But the question is, who is Bruno Fernandes going to face in the round of 16? And it's going to be RB Leipzig. That's a pretty easy tie if you ask me. But it's time to simulate the first leg. We always simulate the first leg and sometimes play the second leg. Let's see if we can take a good league against Leipzig, and it's a 2-1 victory. You know what? That is too close. I'm playing the second leg for sure. But it's now time for the second leg. The question is, can we go ahead and keep this lead and make sure we don't bottle against Leipzig? And quickly, here comes RB Leipzig, who is playing with Rodrigo. Rodrigo with a shot. Rodrigo has joined Leipzig and almost scored against us 3 minutes in. But now it's Sandro Tonali, another great signing from Leipzig. It's a through ball into Lois Openda. And oh my days, it goes wide. We're getting dominated in these first 6 minutes. Oh no, it's Lois Openda, gives it to Rodrigo, back into Openda. Raya again, we make a mistake. We need to lock in. It's Lois Openda, picks up the ball after the shot. Moriba gives it to Vermeeren. It's Vermeeren looking for a shot, and it's another save by Raya. Oh my days, this Leipzig team is generational. And now Rodrigo's taking a corner. It's a cross, and Martinelli wins the header. Please don't give it away, Calafiori. He does. Bowman Grinter scores. Borman Gardner, sorry. Makes it 1-0, 2-2 in aggregate. They've equalized the tie. This is not good. We cannot get knocked out in the round of 16. And now here comes Bukayo Saka. We're looking for the first opportunity for Arsenal. Gives it into Bruno Fernandes. He needs to have a great UCL season if he wants to win the Ballon d'Or. Bruno Fernandes wins it back. 1v1 against the Leipzig keeper. He puts it away. Bottom corner. Beautiful finish from Bruno Fernandes. This is what we need from him. Oh, here comes RB Leipzig. Once again, it's Baumgartner, the goal scorer, gives it to Rodrigo. I cannot believe he joined Leipzig. We missed a tackle. Calafiori with a slide tackle. Raya makes another save. And now it's RB Leipzig. Please, somebody stop it. Calafiori, Gabriel is suspended. 1v1 Lois Openda. It's 3-3. RB Leipzig are actually beating us, and we're at the Emirates. This is not good. But now it's RB Leipzig. We are really missing Gabriel here today. Calafiori is getting destroyed. Openda lays it up into Moriba. 4-3 for the first time in this tie. RB Leipzig take the lead. No, this cannot be happening. We cannot get knocked out in the round of 16. And now it's Bukayo Saka. Here comes Bukayo. King Bukayo Saka gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes gets rid of one, and it's still Bruno. Is anybody help him? It's a through ball to Bukayo Saka. We need this equalizer. Bukayo Saka with a shot, and it goes in. 4-4 in aggregate, 3-2. Come on, there's still time to win this game. And 120 minutes wasn't enough to win the game or lose the game. We're going to penalties. Very confident, though. Bruno is amazing at penalties, and so are his teammates. Bruno Fernandes is taking the first penalty. Come on, you have to go ahead and take the lead for your team. It goes to the bottom right. He misses his penalty. This is not good. Lois Openda goes down the middle. We may get knocked out in the round of 16. That's not good. Bukayo Saka to take the next penalty. He goes ahead and goes to the top left-hand corner. He chips it and he bangs it. And that's a brilliant penalty from Saka. And now it's Vermeeren to take the next penalty. Raya, you need to lock in. He goes to the left. I can't believe Bruno missed his pen. And now it's Declan Rice on the ball. Declan Rice, lock in. Score your penalty. Make it 2-2. And yes, he does. But now it's Baumgartner who scored the first goal of today's game. He goes down the middle. David Raya makes a save. That's what we needed. Mikel Merino. Where's he going to go? He slots it in. Bottom right, 3-2. We're back into the lead. Well, we're back even unless Tonali, the better, misses his penalty. David Raya gets it the right way, but he cannot save it. Odegaard has to score this penalty. Come on, Odegaard. Give us in that lead. Give RB Leipzig that pressure penalty. He goes to the top left. Let's go. If RB Leipzig missed this penalty, they are out of the Champions League. And it's going to be Alexis Vega, a fellow Mexican, for to decide RB Leipzig's future. He goes to the right. David Raya goes to the right side again. He cannot get there. Martinelli, please do not miss this penalty. It smells of a miss here. Bottom left. Let's go. It's 5-4. And who is taking it? It's Baku, the right back. for RB Leipzig. He has to miss this. He goes to the left. David Raya makes a save. We're going to the corners. But I'm worried because Bruno Fernandes misses penalty, and he is probably the best penalty taker in the world at this point. And in the quarterfinals, we'll be facing Atletico de Madrid. It's time to simulate the first leg. I'm kind of nervous for this one. Bruno Fernandes is a 93. He's growing insanely for a 31-year-old. Let's see what the first game is going to say. 4-1 victory. Oh, we can sim the second leg easily there. It's time for the second leg. There's no way we bottle a 4-1 lead. Let's simulate the second leg, and it's going to be a 3-1 victory. 7-2. We're going to the semis. And in the semifinals, they'll be facing Bayern Munich. It's going to be a tough game, but with 2 suspension might cost us the match here. Let's see how the first leg goes, and it's going to be a 2-2 draw. We're definitely playing that second leg. But it's now time for the second leg. The question is, can we get over the line and get to Arsenal's first UCL final? This is the last time when they lost it. Ballon gives it to Gyökeres. Great tackle now. Saliba on the ball. Can we go on this counter? Merino gives it to Saka. Saka into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, the best player in the world, in my opinion. Right now in this save is Bruno Fernandes. 1v1 against the Bayern keeper. Shoot from there, Bruno. Beautiful finish. He has become a world-class striker. And it's 1-0. We take the lead in aggregate in the 7th minute of the game. Let's go, Bruno. And now it's Olise with a through ball into Victor Gyökeres, and it's Victor Gyökeres 1v1 against Raya with a shot. It hits the post. We get lucky. We dodge a bullet. But now it's a corner from Bayern Munich with the cross, and it falls into Musiala, and it goes in. A bullet header from the young German. It's 1-1. Oh, we're gonna have another long tie. Now it's Michel Olise on the ball, sends a through ball into Jamal Musiala, and now it's Musiala. He's through, and Musiala, so is Olise. Let's not let this ball get crossed in. It's Musiala with the cross in into Alphonso Davies with the volley. David Raya makes a save. That's what we needed. And now it's Olise with the cross in into Victor Gyökeres with the header, hits the post. We get lucky again. Now it's Martin Lewis Skelly with a through ball, who does fine. Gabriel Martinelli, we're through on the attack. Somebody help Martinelli. I don't believe in him, to be honest. Martinelli lays it off into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes with a through ball into Mikel Merino. Takes a touch, has the bottom corner finish, and goes in. 2-1, 4-3. We take the lead again in the 20th minute. There's gonna be a lot of goals in this tie again. But here come Bayern Munich once again. It's a through ball into Sasha Bowie, and here comes Victor Gyökeres instead. Where are my defenders going? Gyökeres looking for a cross in. He finds Alphonso Davies, takes a touch. We're looking for the tackle here. It's a pass into Musiala. He gets his second. Another 2-2. 4-4 again. Bayern just won't give up. And now it's Martin Lewis Skelly. Gives it into Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard gives it into Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, what a turn. I canceled a pass. That's how I did that. I didn't mean to do that. Bruno Fernandes. 1v1 with a bottom corner finish, and it goes in. 2 goals and 1 assist in this game. A beautiful, beautiful turn for Bruno. I have no idea how I did that. We take the lead again. But now it's Musiala, gives it to Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman's looking to get past, gives Olise through ball to Gyökeres. We have to stop him, but Gyökeres puts it away. 5-5, man. We're supposed to have the best defense in the world, and they keep getting destroyed by every opponent we face. And once again, we're going to a penalty shootout. Bruno missed his last penalty. He better not miss today. And now it's Pablo Dybala to take the first penalty. Came in as a sub, I guess, for penalty shootout. Raya goes the right way. He can't save it, though. Bruno Fernandes, you better not miss your penalty. We're going the exact same way. Do not hit the post this time. Bottom right, let's go. He slots it in this time around. You need to go ahead and win this game for them. It's Victor Gyökeres, goes to the left. Raya goes the right side again, but it's saved by Gyökeres. And now it's Bukayo Saka. Where he's gonna go? He goes to the top right, and he slots it in. 2-2, baby. Let's go. And now it's Michel Olise. Where's Michel Olise gonna go? He goes to the right-hand side. It's 3-2 to Bayern Munich. Declan Rice, you need to score this, man. We need to go to the UCL final. Bruno wants to win the Ballon d'Or. Top left. That's a beautiful penalty. Zaragoza, okay, he's probably not too good at penalties. He goes to the left, though, slots it in. If we go the wrong way, we're not saving it, of course. And now it's Mikel Merino. Come on, you have a striker's instinct. We all know that. Merino, bottom right. Let's go 4-4. But now it's Alphonso Davies. Where is he gonna go? He goes to the bottom left. Oh, if we miss this, we're not going to the final. And if Martin Odegaard misses this penalty, we will not be going to the UCL final. We need to score this. Martin Odegaard goes ahead and goes to the bottom right. He slots it in. We're going to sudden death, baby. And now, oh, Leon Goretzka's definitely missing this. Goretzka goes to the... Oh, he goes down the middle. It goes in. And now it's a pressure penalty for Gabriel Martinelli. I don't trust this guy. I'm going to be honest with you. Gabriel Martinelli, bottom right. Okay, he proves me wrong. He slots it in. Somebody's got to miss a penalty soon. Palinha, please, you're going to be the one to miss this. Goes to the bottom right. David Raya goes to the right side again. Has been unable to save a penalty. Lewis Skelly, you better not miss this. You're an Arsenal through and through. You need to be a hero. Top left, 7-7. What a penalty shootout so far. Ooh, Martinez. Where he's gonna go? Martinez goes to the right. And finally, Raya makes a save. And now William Saliba, the best center back in the world, has to score this to go to the UCL final. And he puts it away. Arsenal are going to the UCL final for the first time since losing to Barcelona. If Bruno Fernandes could deliver in the final, he's winning the Ballon d'Or and he's becoming the world's best player. And in the UCL final, he is facing the best team in the world, Real Madrid. Even if he loses, he has to get the Ballon d'Or. 14 and 14 in the UCL is insane. And in the Premier League, he finished as the second top goal scorer behind Bukayo Saka, man. He's been incredible. But can he go in and keep his cool, beat Real Madrid and win the UCL and probably, most likely, win the Ballon d'Or? But for the first time in this Champions League campaign, we have a boring game and we're going to penalties. I don't know if it could be Madrid in a penalty shootout, I'm gonna be honest. And Vinicius Jr. is taking the first penalty for Real Madrid. Where he's gonna go? He goes to the left-hand side and he puts it in. He's not missing that. Bruno Fernandes, you missed one and you scored one in penalty shootouts. Do not miss one. Once again, Bruno goes to the bottom right. He almost hits the post again, but it's a clinical penalty. David Alaba, where he's gonna go? David Alaba goes down the middle. He chips the keeper. David Raya has no chance. And now it's Bukayo Saka. Do not miss this. Do not be the reason your team does not win the Champions League. Bottom left, slots it in 2-2, baby. And now it's Eduardo Camavinga to take the next penalty. He goes to the right-hand side and it goes in 3-2. Declan Rice, do not miss this. You always turn up against Real Madrid. We know this for a fact. He goes down the middle. It's a beautiful taken penalty, even if it's down the middle. Jude Bellingham, the best Englishman in the planet right now, goes down the middle. We get chipped again. That is not good. And now it's Mikel Merino to take the next penalty. Mikel Merino, do not miss this. I think I put a little bit too much power. We chip it down the middle. Oh, no, no, no. If Real Madrid, if Rainier out of all players scores this penalty, we would have lost the UCL final to Real Madrid. And it's Rainier goes to the right. Why? Mikel Merino, why did I put so much power? Why did I even chip it as well? We've lost the penalty shootout, which means we failed our challenge. And Bruno has to leave to the first club we transfer list him to next season. And it could be easily anything, to be honest. It's a downgrade other than Real Madrid. This is not good for Bruno, man. And Fede Valverde lifts the UCL trophy. We're going to have to go again next season or the season after that. But Bruno is getting older and his chances are getting slimmer. And what a season Bruno has had. 48 goals, 16 assists. You know what? He may have missed out on the Champions League, but he might still win the Ballon d'Or. And Bruno Fernandes gets nominated again. Surely this has to be the one. And no, for the third year in a row, this man is unstoppable. Vinny wins another Ballon d'Or. And in season number 4, Bruno is a 93 rated striker. Never thought I'd see this, but now at 32, he has to be transfer listed and we have to go to the very first club that comes in for him. Please give me a UCL side, man. Okay, I simulated a couple days and we have 2 offers, but technically one of them came first. The offer we're not going to take that came second in terms of messages was Man United, but the offer we are accepting is Newcastle United. Bruno will be going back to the Premier League. But the question is Newcastle in the Champions League? And Bruno Fernandes is leaving London and going to Tyneside for Newcastle United. I'm not sure if this is a backwards move, a step up or a step down. I think it's definitely not a step up. Arsenal won the Premier League last year. But the question is Newcastle in the Champions League? Because if they are, Bruno can become the first ever Ballon d'Or winner at Newcastle United. Of course, if he wins the Champions League, if they're even in it. And if we look at the board objectives, Newcastle are in the Europa League. But you know what? The goal for the season will be to qualify for UCL football, whether it's through finishing in the top 4 or winning the Europa League again. And this is what the team is looking like, as Bruno Fernandes will play next to Alexander Isak, who's still here, and of course maintaining his false 9. And it is very important we complete a goal of qualifying for the Champions League, because I don't think this side can win the UCL with Bruno Fernandes. So I want to make sure that next season I can transfer list him and I can handpick which club he goes to. And we are now close to the end of the season. 2 games left actually, and Newcastle are sitting in 5th behind Everton. And I'm not sure if they're going to be able to qualify through the top 4. But one good thing is they've won the FA Cup, so that's just a bonus. But they are in the Europa League final, which is tonight against Bilbao. I'm going to play this game to try and secure this trophy, because if they lose the last 2 games of the season, Bruno will not be going to a top club if they don't come in for him first. And I need to make sure that I get to pick the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona instead of Athletic Bilbao, for example. And here comes Berenguer on the ball, gives a through ball into Ademola Lookman, and already Bilbao almost took a lead. That is not good. Now it's Ademola Lookman on the attack for Athletic Bilbao. It's Berenguer on the ball, gets rid of Tino Livramento, and now it's Ademola Lookman trying to go ahead and take the lead. It's Ozan sent. Oh, it's a great save from Bulka. And now it's Leroy Sané. Gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Newcastle are yet to attack in this game. They pass it back into Zubamendi. Zubamendi goes to Joelinton. Joelinton into Alexander Isak, who lays it off into Bruno. Has a touch, has a shot, and he bangs it in. 1-0. They take the lead. This is beautiful. This is perfect. And now it's Ademola Lookman 1v1 against Bulka once again. Oh no, we catch up, and now Sarr with a brilliant tackle. Here we go on the counter. Let's make it a 2-0 lead. Leroy Sané through ball into Bruno Fernandes, who cuts inside. and sigue Bruno. Encara Bruno. Bruno with a through ball into Alexander Isak. Takes a touch. Has a finish bottom corner. 2-0 in the 24th minute. We're destroying Athletic Bilbao. Let's get one more goal and surely they will not come back. And now it's Berenguer with a shot. Bulga makes a great save. Bilbao have been kind of dangerous these last 5 minutes. And now it's Leroy Sané through ball into Bruno Fernandes. And here comes Bruno. Sigue Bruno. Encara Bruno. Through ball all the way into Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon takes a fat touch. Let's make it 3-0. End of this time right before halftime. This game has to be over. 3-0 before 45 minutes. Oh, Bilbao, we're not ready for this Newcastle side. They were not ready for Bruno Fernandes, who's been involved in every single goal again. And Joe Ellington lives the Europa League. Bruno Fernandes has won Newcastle the first European trophy. He's achieved this goal. That means we get to pick wherever he's going to go next season. I'm definitely not staying here. Thankfully, we won the Europa League because Newcastle ended up finishing in 5th place, just missing out by a point. And as Liverpool win the Premier League, Haaland is the player of the season. And once again, Bruno misses out on the team of the season. I swear he's never been in one in the Prem. But it's just another extraordinary season. 37 goals, 19 assists. There's no chance he wins the Ballon d'Or. But like I said, we get to pick where he goes next season. And yes, of course, the Ballon d'Or goes to Erling Haaland. For the first time, Vinny doesn't win the Ballon d'Or in this save. But I believe this next year, depending on where he goes, not only is his best chance, but also his last. And we have arrived in the brand new season. Bruno is now 33. Like I mentioned, this next club might be his last club. It might be his last chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. So for the first time in this challenge, I'm transfer listing Bruno Fernandes. But this time, I don't have to accept the first offer. I can wait for an offer that I want. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. And the first offer we have gotten is from Arsenal. As tempting as this is, they did not finish in the top 4. We do not want to go back there. And we got 2 more offers here in Juventus. They qualified for the UCL, but that's not the club we want to go to. And Tottenham also did not finish in the top 4 last season, so no. And another offer in Chelsea has come in. I'm rejecting this one as well. They have no UCL football. And a return to Man United is tempting, but who knows where they even finish, so no. And you know what? This is the only offer we can expect. I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for City or Real Madrid, but it seems like PSG is the only club that has UCL football that's come in for him. That isn't Juventus. He also got an offer from Bournemouth, who actually finished in 4th, but there's no chance I was going to Bournemouth. We're going to Paris. And Bruno Fernandes has landed in Paris for possibly his last chance at winning the Ballon d'Or. I'm very confident he's going to start to go down at some point this season. He has to win the Champions League with PSG. He has to do it if he ever wants to become the world's best player. And Bruno is now in the PSG lineup as the best player in this team, but this squad is pretty, and I mean pretty good. I think they could win the UCL. It isn't better than that Arsenal team that has now been dismantled, but I think they could be an easy favorite to win the Champions League. And of course, the goal for this season is to win the Champions League with Bruno Fernandes. If not, I'm not even sure if he could do it next season. And we are now in March and are running away with the league title. 24 wins, 0 losses. But the question is, did we qualify for the knockout stages of the UCL? And of course, we qualified in 3rd place though. City and Juventus. Juventus did come in for us. Maybe we made a mistake. But in the round of 16, who are we facing? And we're facing Borussia Dortmund. Did I accidentally skip the first leg to the calendar? I guess we're 3-1 up for the second leg. So because we are 3-1 up, I am going to go ahead and risk it. We are at home and we have an incredible team. I think we can win the second leg. I'm sorry, the game rescheduled on me. But let's see how this game goes. And it's a 3-1 victory. Easy victory for PSG. On to the quarters. And in the quarters, we are facing City, the team who finished in first. The team I was actually waiting for. Let's see how the first leg goes. This should go well. And it's going to be a 3-2 loss. We need to come back in the second leg. But it's now time for the second leg. Away from home in the Etihad. Vitinha is suspended for this game. Please, let's go on to the semis. This might be Bruno's last chance, man. We need to win. And here come PSG. Diego Dalot is playing at left back here today. It's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes looking for a shot from outside the box. It's blocked though. Is that going to be a penalty? It is going to be a penalty. I just shot it to test the keeper to get him ready. And we actually got a penalty. Bruno, you have to score this. And Bruno Fernandes is taking the penalty. Can he keep his cool? Bruno Fernandes chips it down the middle and it goes in. We've equalized the game. It's 3-3 now in aggregate. Come on, we can go ahead to the semis. And the boring game continued as it's now going to penalties. Oh my days. Bruno has a dodgy record in penalty shootouts. And it's Erling Haaland to take the first penalty for City. He puts it, bangs it in top left. No chance. He's missing that. And now it's Bruno Fernandes. Where is he going to put this? He puts this in the bottom left and he, oh my days, he almost misses, man. What is it with him? Loving to hit the post. It's Savinho now. Goes to the right. Donnarumma makes a save. If Kvaratskhelia can put this away, we'll take the lead to make it 2-1. Kvara bangs it in. Oh my days, we're in the lead now. Now, all we have to do is not miss. And now it's Vuskovic. The Croatian center back goes to the left. Donnarumma with another save. Lee Kang-in. Make it 3-1, baby. Lee Kang-in. 3-1. I think if City missed this and Donnarumma saves it, will be going to the semifinals. It's Conor Gallagher, goes to the right, Donnarumma, a third save in a row. He is the hero of today's game, even though Bruno scored. We're going to the semis. In the semis, we'll be facing RB Leipzig. We had a good tie with them a couple years back. Can we go ahead and take a good lead in this first leg? And it's a 4-0 victory. We're probably going to the final. And it's now time for the second leg. 4-0 up. We're simming. There's no way we bottle this, man. There's no way. And it's a 3-1 loss. We actually almost bottled it. That's ridiculous. Bradley Doak gets a goal to secure us a spot in the final. And in the UCL final, we are running it back. 2 years ago, Bruno lost to Real Madrid, and he gets to face him again. This is the club I wanted him to go to. And Bruno Fernandes is the top goal scorer of the UCL. 15 in 10 appearances. He must have gotten injured somewhere, or they just rested him in the group stages. But he scored a lot of goals. And in the League on, in only 25 appearances, he got 30 goals. Man, this guy was heavily rested or picked up some type of injury. But regardless, he's the golden boot winner. As of course, he won the league title, but then he win the rest of the trophies in France. He won the Trophy des Champions and won the Coupe de France. He's at the domestic treble. If he wins the UCL final, he'll win a quadruple and surely in the Ballon d'Or. But it's time for the UCL final. Can Bruno Fernandes finally win the Champions League in his career and maybe finally win the Ballon d'Or? And it's Bradley Doak on the ball. In the first couple minutes of the game, it falls into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno is dribbling with the ball. Is anybody gonna help him? Bruno with a through ball into Vitinha. Vitinha takes a touch, has a shot, but it's blocked and cleared by Ruben Diaz. Bradley Doak gives it to Joao Neves. Joao Neves gives it to Vitinha. Vitinha's on the ball, gives it into Bruno Fernandes, who takes a touch on his left foot, has a finish, and Ruben Diaz with another block. And here come Real Madrid. It's Mario Martin, gives it to Jude. Jude to Camavinga, into Omar Marmoush, who's playing for Madrid. That's pretty sick if you ask me. It's Omar Marmoush, great tackle from Reece James, and now it's Lee Kang in. Can we go on this counter-attack? It's Bradley Doak on the ball. Here comes Bradley. Bradley gives it into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes gives a through ball into Bradley Doak. Takes a touch, squares it into Vitinha with a shot. It's saved by Lunin, but Vitinha with the follow-up. It's a 1-0 lead. Beautiful, beautiful goal. But here comes Vinicius Jr., three-time Ballon d'Or winner. Gives it to Omar Marmoush with a shot. Donnarumma with a brilliant save. He's keeping us in this final. Bradley Barcola takes the corner now. He crosses it in into Camavinga. Bradley Doak gets a touch. No way. It's a penalty. Referee, what is that dodgy call? Bradley Doak gives away a penalty. And now it's Vinicius Jr., three-time Ballon d'Or winner. The camera changes as per usual. He goes to the left-hand side. Donnarumma does not go the... Oh, he goes the right way, but he can't save it. 1-1 to Real Madrid. This is not good. We cannot lose again to Madrid. And now it's Kvaratskhelia on the ball. Here comes Kvara. Kvara through ball into Diego Dallo. And it's Diego Dallo with the cross in. Can he find Bruno Fernandes? And he does. Can he pick it out? No, Dallo. No, Bruno Fernandes just misses out. And now it's Bruno Fernandes gives it to Bradley Doak. Doak gives it to Vitinha. Vitinha sends a through ball into Bruno. 1v1 with the finesse bottom corner. And he slots it in. Right before halftime, we take a 2-1 lead. This is looking good. And here comes Real Madrid. Camavinga gives it into Omar Marmoush into Vinny. Vinny gets a second. We need to stop Vinny from scoring because he could just easily win his fourth Ballon d'Or. We cannot let that happen. And now it's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia gives it all the way to Bruno, who takes a touch. And now it's Bruno Fernandes looking to get clear on goal, looking for a second goal of the game. Bruno gets rid of the defender, and he slots it in straight after conceding. PSG take the lead again. Bruno gets a second. Let's go. Let's go one more to secure this win. Bradley Doak gives it into Lee Kang In, who gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes gives it all the way into Bradley Doak, who gave away the penalty. Can he redeem himself here today? Bradley Doak gives it to Bruno Fernandes, looking for the hat trick. Hey, no! I thought he scored. I thought he celebrated. I thought he got his hat trick. Bruno Fernandes picks up the ball. We need to seal this victory here. At any moment, Real Madrid can score. Kvaratskhelia through ball into Bruno Fernandes. Can he get his hat trick? Finish off the game. And out the UCL final. The biggest game of his career. I think that's the first hat trick he scored in this video. That's a Ballon d'Or performance right there. Give him the Champions League and give him the Ballon d'Or. The referee blows the whistle. And for the first time, Bruno is a UCL winner. And Reece James lifts PSG first ever UCL. Bruno Fernandes has delivered them the Champions League. The question is this Ballon d'Or winning season? And with 51 goals and 23 assists in 39 appearances, that is one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen, especially at 34. He has to be the favorite. And it seems like the Ballon d'Or is given to a PSG player, but the question is, who is going to win it? And Bruno Fernandes has done it as two PSG players get second and third in Kvara and Lee Kang In. But finally, Bruno Fernandes, after carrying United for all those years, even Arsenal, Newcastle, he finally has become the world's best player. Let's go, Bruno. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to click on the screen to find out how Lamine Yamal won the Champions League with the world's worst team.